Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Friends Podcast, man.
Yes,
Thank you so
sir.
much for joining us. Even if it's your first time, thank you for coming through. We appreciate all the listeners, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Matt, and I'm here with my co-host.
My name is Rod, and this is the Friends Podcast. Make sure you check us out. We're streaming everywhere: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our socials: YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and the Instagram at the Friends Pod.
Yes, sir. We in the building, man. Usually we have our conversations where it's just me and Rod. We chopping it up about whatever we want to talk about that week. But today we have a very special guest in the building. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
For sure.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jermayne. I'm probably the only girl, Jermayne, you're ever going to meet, or one of the very few you're going to meet.
That is true. Yeah, I still haven't met another one. That's crazy. Damn.
We're rare out here, like unicorns.
Why'd your parents do that to you?
Do you know how often I get that question? Like, I've had so many people say, like, "Oh, that's not your real name." I'm like, "No, that's the name on my birth certificate." But it's a little bit of a story. So, in my family, we have this tradition where you have the same initials as your parents of the same gender. So, like, my dad, my granddad, my uncles, my brother, they all have the same initials. So, my mom's initials are JK. So, I had to have a J name. And I was supposed to be named Jordan, actually Jordan Kara. And that's the year when Michael Jordan was smacking the Pistons. So my dad put a stop to that. And they were like, yeah, let's take Jermaine, put it with a little J, switch it up. But
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
fun fact is Jermaine is actually like originally a girl's name, but dudes have just taken it over. And now people think I'm the crazy one for being named Jermaine.
Damn, that's crazy. Do you know like when it switched like from just women to just men?
Yeah, the funny thing is like Jermaine as a girl's name is like an old white lady name. So I've met like old, like 80-year-old white ladies named Jermaine. And that's about
Wow.
it. I met one other girl, Jermaine, actually at the airport maybe like 10 years ago. And she probably thought I was crazy because I heard her say her name in passing. And
Mhm.
I stopped her because I was just so excited to meet another girl, Jermaine.
Yeah, it's like a club. Like it's like people that's left-handed or like you know what I mean, like some some type of shit like that. But
Hell yeah.
that's really interesting. Damn, I feel like I know you. Well, just to tell the listeners, I feel like I never asked her that. We've known Jermaine for like 10 plus years. By the way,
Mm.
I don't even remember how exactly we met. I know we met through like one of our other friends, but like damn,
Never met a white Jermaine, that's for sure.
that's another thing.
So that's the thing. Like I said, the girls who are named Jermaine are actually white women.
Mm.
I know. Fun
What
fact.
country? What country is this? Like Finland or some shit? Like Amsterdam?
Jermaine is a French name for like German. Like it's such a weird random name, but yeah, it's supposed to be like French.
Interesting. That is real interesting. Okay. Well, now that we got the history on that, let's go ahead and get into. Well, actually, not first, because usually what we do, we talk about our weeks on here. So I guess we can get to that. So, Rad, what's been going on with you this past week?
This past week, been preparing for that Super Bowl that happened. Of course, that we're gonna get talking about. Also, I went to go check out a bunch of breweries over the weekend. Get to see the different places in Houston. They have a lot of different bars and stuff that I didn't know. Met a lot of interesting people out here, and yeah, I just had a good time. Had some good food, drinks. What about you?
Shit, me, man. I ain't really been doing shit, just kind of chilling. Damn, I can't even really think of anything I've been doing. I've been at the crib a lot. I've been on my hermit shit, to be honest, just kind of chilling. Nothing too crazy going on in my life, I don't think right now. Just work, just editing. I did
Nothing crazy.
nothing at all, to be honest. I
Oh,
did one thing I have been doing is I found like a new schedule of how to like do my work for the podcast. So I'll go like do everything on Friday, so I can make sure I get everything done. Since we do drop 2 episodes a week for y'all. So that's pretty much what I've been doing, just grinding with that shit. But other than that, I've been in the crib trying not to go broke.
nothing with instruments or anything like that. Anything working on
Nah,
beats or not for real?
no, I've been working on beats for sure. Yeah, I mean that's a given. Like you don't even gotta ask me that. I'm gonna always do that. But I mean, just to bore y'all a little bit more. So like my bass, like one of the wires is messed up in one of my basses, like my favorite one. So I gotta
The
like
guitar,
learn.
right?
Yeah, bass guitar. So I gotta learn how to like solder it. So like basically splice the wires together. But yeah, that's my project right now. in terms of instruments and shit like that. But what about you, Jermaine?
It's crazy. I've known you all this time, but I've never seen you play an instrument before.
For real?
Mm-mm.
I think I started playing the bass like maybe 3-4 years ago. That's probably why.
Okay.
But other than that, I played like in middle school. We didn't know each other way back then, but yeah, I just kind of picked it up just to do some shit. To be honest,
I don't think you
but
ever
yeah,
talked about how many instruments you really play. Like
who the fuck you
Like
think I
ever.
am, Prince? I'm not Prince or nothing. Like I'm just me. Like niggas think I'm a musical savant or something. Like I'm just
No,
all I know
you,
is
you do play a good amount of instruments though.
no, I don't, bro. I
You don't?
played. I don't like. I played the trumpet when I was in like middle school.
I knew about the trumpet. Yep.
Yeah, like, but that's like that was it. Like nigga acting like I'm like Beethoven and shit. Which
He had
I
the
mean,
he
I
had the
might be.
trumpet. I know you had the piano. You had the
Yeah, I knew about the
guitar.
piano. Yep.
Man, I
You got.
played the piano. I was like 6 years old. Like, what are y'all talking about? I dropped that shit a long time ago. But
You were
enough
singing a
about
little
me.
bit too. You know.
Oh yeah, I still do that in the car. I swear, I'm one of the goats. Like
Yeah.
Jacquees who, like Trey
What's
Songs who.
okay? So, what's your go-to to sing when you're alone in the car? What do you go to?
I don't know. I sing a lot of I sing a lot of Brandy.
Okay.
Like who's actually she's hard to like actually duplicate because
Very.
her shit is crazy. Sing a lot of Brandy.
You can do that. You got the range.
This the crazy thing I do. I go on YouTube and I'll search like the chopped and screwed version, so it's lower, so it can actually fit my range. You know what I mean? But yeah, Brandy, she probably my favorite one to practice because they call it the vocal Bible and shit like that. Yeah, we talk about me too much, Jermaine. What's been going on with you this past 7 days though? Like, what's been going on in your life?
Ooh, the whole past 7 days. So I am actually in school to become a Pilates instructor.
Okay, okay.
I started that like a month ago, and it's like real school, like
Mm,
500 hours in person hours, practice hours. So a lot of my time is Pilates related. So
mm,
practicing on people, practicing myself, trying to learn anatomy. Um, Being in school as an adult is hard. Like I definitely feel like a real adult learner, which is interesting. And then I had a little SuperBowl party at my house yesterday, which was cool.
okay, that's dope. So I gotta stay on that Pilates. So like, I just want to know what caused you to that. Because I know me knowing you, I know that's something that's like relatively new for you. But like, what caused you to, going to school for that?
Yeah, so for a little minute, I wanted to get into something like health and wellness related. I just feel like in general, there's not enough Black people in those spaces. Like a lot of times, anything that's focused around health and wellness, I think there's like this uh, idea that that's for white people or that's for people who have a certain amount of money. And so I wanted to get into that space for a while, but I didn't really know like, okay, what was the thing that I wanted to do? Did I do want to do something around like nutrition, meditation, yoga, whatever? And Early last summer, I started going to a Pilates studio and doing like reformer Pilates. I
Mm,
realized like, yo, this is really cool. Like, this is a way that you can continue to have mobility for a long life of movement. Um, it's something that you can do at literally any age and stage of life. It has a lot of like rehabilitative aspects to it, outside of just the fact that like you have long lean muscles. It can actually help you rebuild muscles and prevent injury and all these sorts of things. So I just started learning a little bit more about it, and I was like, you know what, like fuck it, like this is a good age to try some different stuff.
mm-hmm.
um and yeah, so my goal with getting into the space is I just want to make a space that is more accommodating for Black people and let other Black people see, like, yo, this is something that we can do too. It's not just for like rich white ladies.
That's a beautiful thing. And so I guess you're trying to maybe take it and just have your own studio, or like how? What do you? I don't want to take it too far in the future just to do all that. But like, where do you kind of see it going like in the future for you?
Yeah, so it's still early on. I'll be in school until like August, September. So I got a little ways to like work out the details.
Hmm.
Um, in a perfect world, at some point, I would see myself probably having my own studio, and just having a studio where like they play the music that we want to listen to, where you see Black instructors, where it's meant kind of built more for us. Because even at the studio that I'm at now, it's really cool. It is very focused on being an inclusive space, but I'm still like the only chocolate chip, pretty
Oh
much.
man,
Or in
damn.
the classes we're listening to like Harry Styles and stuff like that, which is
Get that out
fine.
of here.
But like sometimes I'm like, man, I want to hear my actual music. Like, why can't we do like an R&B flow class? Why can't we do, a
Mhm.
90s hip hop class? So I would love to do something like that in the Pilates space.
Can we? You just said something that sparked something for me. Harry Styles. Um, I'm sure you saw the Grammys.
Of course.
Well, I don't know if you saw it. I don't even know if a lot of people watch the Grammys these days. I just think people see it on Twitter and be like, "Oh, they won, they won."
Oh no, I sit there and watch the whole thing.
Oh, you
Yeah.
watched it? Okay, I got you.
Live.
Okay, so Harry Styles album of the year. Um, do you feel like Do you feel like the Grammys are still like something to be coveted or something that be earned? That's number one. And number two, did Harry Styles deserve that? I don't want to even put it like that because that nigga probably make good music that I don't listen to. But like, how do you feel about him winning album of the year over the one like Beyonce,
Or Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny too?
Yeah, that's okay. So I got a couple thoughts. So on your first question about do I think they still matter? Like ultimately I think what really matters is like streams. And even streams you can like play with and like manipulate those numbers. But I guess even I'll take it past that. It's like who is showing up to your shows? Who is spending money on your product? Like that's really gonna tell you what kind of cultural impact you have. Um and to be honest, like Harry Styles, he sells shows. Like people, they really mess with him. Like he may not be my cup of tea, but people really rock with him. So I don't necessarily know if I say the Grammys like really don't matter at all, but I don't know if they're the most important thing for an artist. Like if I see like this artist was Grammy nominated or like they won a Grammy, I'm not gonna go play that any quicker. Like this doesn't really do anything to me as a fan. Um, I will say there were a couple songs I've heard in passing of Harry Styles, and I was like, oh, that's not bad.
Like
That's
it's
kind of
cool.
cool.
Like it's cool. Like.
Yeah. But I will say, I know, the big controversy is like, um, should Beyonce have won? I'm probably not the right person to ask because I'm actually not a Beyonce
Oh,
fan.
I
Like,
forgot about that. Damn.
yeah, I didn't listen to Renaissance. I'll probably never hear Renaissance. She's just not like my cup of tea personally.
Yeah,
Um, Kendrick was nominated for Album of the Year, right?
I believe so. Yeah, but I don't think he won that. Well, obviously he didn't win.
Yeah. I would say if I had a vote, it would have been Bad Bunny or Kendrick.
Okay, that's interesting. Rod, how do you feel? Like I know you was fucking with Renaissance, right, Rod?
Out of the everyone who was nominated, I don't know if Kendrick was nominated in that category or not, but I know he won Best Rap Album. Um, but yeah, I mean, I was probably going for Bad Bunny for Album of the Year this year because I think he definitely had the best project to me overall. And then when you think about like how he sold out the stadiums, it was ridiculous, and he went all
Man,
around the world,
Yeah.
and just his influence. And I don't even know a lick of Spanish, and I loved the entire album.
Same. I bang that album on a regular basis. And I double checked. Kendrick was nominated for Album of the Year.
was he okay? That makes sense
No,
though, because I mean, I feel like that was like an impactful album for people. Like a lot of people fuck with it. It wouldn't have been my album of the year, but all I know is just people is just mad. Like, but I don't understand why people keep getting mad when it's like they done showed you when Macklemore won over Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. Like they showed you what it was, so it's like why are we even still caring about this shit? You know?
yeah, I definitely didn't watch it, so I don't know what happened at the Grammys at all. But I do know if Kendrick Lamar was nominated, he should have won. He was robbed. Like, like that was unbelievable. Like Harry Styles, is that like for real for Kendrick?
No, but like Jermaine said, that nigga big though. Like Harry Styles, like all the teenage slash college age white girls love Harry Styles. You
His
know?
tour went crazy, supposedly. I mean, not Bad Bunny numbers, but he was selling
It's just
out
more white
stadiums.
people in the U.S. That's got to be what it is.
I mean, true, because Bad Bunny got that like the Latin America, like he got them on lock. Like so, that makes sense for the American Grammys, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. Fuck them.
I just think when you look at like the mixture of like creative ability and cultural impact, like Bad Bunny had both of those.
Hmm.
Like you said, right? I don't speak any Spanish, and I played that album straight, like barely any skips on that album. Um, and I think just the way he like goes about his shows, about his image, about his videos, like he clearly puts a lot of intention into his music. And the same thing with Kendrick, like his album actually had a message. It had purpose. I feel like, no offense to Harry Styles, but like I didn't hear the album, but I really don't imagine that it's about much. Like the same old stuff that we've been hearing about for 100
Yeah.
years.
That's the thing that's why I don't really want to hate on Harry Styles, because it's like I have not heard a Harry Styles songs ever in my life. So
Oh,
it's like
you
I
definitely have heard it
couldn't.
on TikTok. You've heard it on TikTok or
So that's the
for Shop
thing.
This Summer?
I don't have a TikTok at all. I've never had a TikTok or anything.
Okay, yeah, because you can't get away from Harry Styles on TikTok.
I've somehow got away. I've never heard a Harry Styles song ever in my
I
life.
mean, you ain't never heard that Watermelon Sugar? That's the only one I heard.
No.
Now, Watermelon Sugar, I'm sorry.
I've definitely never heard that. I've never heard. I've heard Watermelon Sunday, but never Watermelon Sugar.
Watermelon Sugar.
Those are two different
Oh.
things.
Also, I wanted Steve Lacy to get a Grammy too. I feel like he deserves. Like,
No,
at
he
this very
won.
point in time. He got a Grammy?
Yeah, for Urban.
Oh, okay. You know
Yeah.
they had to throw the urban on it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he Urban for sure.
Is he though?
He
I
black.
don't know if, but see, that's the problem though.
It's
That's
definitely
the
Urban.
problem. Like FKA Twigs black, but she don't make urban music, right? Am I sure? Maybe she might not be black though. I'm pretty sure she is.
No, she's black.
Okay, but she's not urban. Like they'll put her in like dance, pop, some shit like that. But I guess all in all, I mean, I guess fuck the Grammys, to be honest. Until I
Yeah.
get a Grammy, like if I ever got a Grammy, I'd be like, oh my god, I just want to thank God. Like, I'm definitely gonna thank people, but for right now, I'm just gonna say fuck the Grammys.
Is that the first person you would think though? Is God?
Hell no, Loki. I wouldn't even thank God, to be honest, because like God didn't do this.
What?
Like God didn't do this. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I probably would think like. Remember, I don't know if y'all remember seeing that video of Snoop Dogg when he was just like, "I want to thank me." Like,
Oh, that would be you?
yeah. I'm definitely thanking me first and foremost. You know what I mean? Because I done did a lot to get up out the bed every day and what I'm saying, do what the fuck I do. But nah, like let's go ahead and get into. I think we done exhausted that Grammy topic. Let's go ahead and get into this Super Bowl. Like Super Bowl 57 just happened. It was the Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs, and it looks like the Chiefs won by 3 points. Um, to me, I don't give a fuck about that shit. It's really all about Rihanna and Rihanna's performance. She
Whoa! Let's take it easy.
What you
there.
mean? What you mean? Okay,
You
you
didn't see
cared about the
Mahomes?
football? He was balling. Yeah.
Well, Mahomes came out in the second half and went crazy.
He did.
Like the Eagles was going in offensively the entire first half, and I thought it was over for Kansas City. But it was a great game. It was really close the entire time.
It was.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. Like I hate games that are like really far off. Like some team is like blowing them out. I don't want to see that. I want to see a close game the entire way.
Mhm.
So I think they delivered.
No, I do think in terms of like actually watching the Super Bowl, like it was actually a good game. Like you said, it was very close. It was very back and forth. You had running touchdowns. Go ahead, Jermaine.
I was gonna say, and it was dope that you had 2 black quarterbacks, Black History Month.
That is very true. Yeah, a lot of people. I don't know. When I was hearing that and like I realized like it was gonna be 2 black quarterbacks, I was wondering like how many people actually care about this. Like I wanted the white people care the same way we care. Cause like that's
Yeah,
a
did
They
milestone.
definitely don't.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I,
No.
I was hoping they did, but I don't think they really give a fuck. But yeah, that's Black history right
You
there.
saw you heard the ending.
Oh yeah,
One of
his
the
pops.
announcers.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it was one of the white announcers at the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
He had compared both of the black quarterbacks, and he celebrated. He was like, "Oh, this is the same date that Abraham Lincoln had a birthday."
Oh my god.
What?
And then that's what everyone's been talking about. It's like, whoa, I can't believe he has said that. But he was like, yeah, the same day as the Super Bowl, you had two black quarterbacks, Abraham Lincoln's birthday. Like, it's a good fun fact, but it's still like,
Not the
Nigga,
time.
didn't
Not the
nobody give
time.
a fuck about that. That's crazy because he really, you know what? Can let's move back. Let's move past that because I don't want to even. I can't even do that right now. But I guess in terms of the game, so like I said, I really don't give a fuck about the game. Like it was about the halftime. Let's speak on that. Let's everybody give our thoughts on Rihanna. I think that she was. I thought it was kind of mid a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like it was mid. Um, I don't know if I want to throw her all the way under the bus right now, but I don't know if I want to do it. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. I think we know Rihanna isn't the best vocally. I don't know if it was auto tune situation there. I don't know what was going
it's
on.
definitely auto-tune.
Yeah, it was some. There was a little tweak going on. I love the song. Like she got hits on hits on hits on hits. Love it. Like that's Rihanna is still a legend to me. But
I low key forgot how deep her catalog was. And I'm a Rihanna fan, but she pulled out some. I was like, oh, I forgot this is a jam. Okay.
yeah, because what Anti was 2016, so we kind of really been
Mm-hmm.
like just on that like for the last 7 years, and we really forgot about the like the past shit. Um,
Yeah, I was surprised she played Umbrella because in the last episode, I was like, she ain't playing that shit
how can
again.
she not play Umbrella? Like that's her biggest song to me. You know what I mean? Like I think they said by numbers the biggest song is Where Have You Been? I think might be the biggest song. But all right, everybody else, I've been speaking too much. So what's your thoughts on Rihanna's performance? Great, good, bad?
Yeah, so Matt, hey,
I didn't say hate. It was mid though. I would have rather seen somebody else,
Like who?
like Future or like like
AKA somebody we're never gonna see at the Super Bowl.
exactly. So Future or like damn Free Young Thug. If Young Thug and Future was at the Super Bowl, oh my god, that should be so
Never.
ignorant.
These white people will never let that happen.
Never in life.
Mm-mm.
But all right, what's your thoughts though? Did y'all love it? Did y'all hate it?
Um, I thought in terms of like the tracks that she played, she had a really good mix out of her career. Like it's crazy to think that Rihanna's been around for like 17 years or something crazy like that. So I think she did a good job of spanning her catalog. And I thought it was a dope way to announce that she was pregnant. Like, I'm glad that she didn't do like a corny, like, let me rub my belly, like Beyonce,
Hmm.
at the VMAs and be like, yo, let me rub my belly so people know that I'm pregnant. I thought it was just cool that you had to watch and be like, wait a minute, that looks like a baby bump. And then after the show that she confirmed that, I thought it was dope. I thought it was cool to see ASAP Rocky be so excited to see her up there. Like he had the Rihanna jacket on. He was going crazy in the videos, taking videos and pictures and stuff. So I thought that was cool. Um, I like Rihanna, so I thought it was a good overall performance. Is it her best? No. And like I feel like you kind of got to give her a pass cuz she was pregnant. Like she couldn't really move, she had to kind of like you could tell she was pregnant how she moved. Like she basically stood there the whole time. But I thought it was cool. Like it's on the same level of a lot of the Grammy or Super Bowl performances.
For sure. No, I do think, yeah, performance wise, it was great. Like for sure, I do agree with that. I just didn't understand why ASAP Rocky was over there with them big ass Dockers on. Like I was confused by that nigga outfit. I thought that nigga was a fashion nigga, but he had them big ass Dockers and some crazy shit on. But Rod, what you think about the performance? Love or hate?
ASAP Rocky ruined this Super Bowl performance for me.
What,
Like,
what do you mean?
Wow.
he had Rihanna pregnant up there. Like, she's supposed to be moving around in a sexy outfit, supposed to be looking good on stage, and like she was just covered all up, like
Looking like a
forehead.
marshmallow.
Yeah, it was just I was so disappointed when I seen the performance, but like the songs that she chose was great. It was just her movement and like, yeah, why they show ASAP Rocky? It's just like, man, he ruined this one for me.
Damn,
Like,
for real.
man, I was expecting a little bit more from the Super Bowl show, and I think it was supposed to be more, but man, ASAP Rocky just like he can't seem to just stop getting her pregnant or something. Like, I don't. Like
I mean, why would he? She's Rihanna. She's a billionaire. Like, man, I'm sure he's going crazy.
Right, that's all you need right there. Like that's the only reason. That's two reasons to do it. But so like, what if she brought out a guest? Like, cause I was thinking that like when she was doing Run This Town and she was doing Umbrella, that could have been Jay-Z, Kanye. Um,
I would have hated she. I don't want to see Jay Z out there.
he was there though. You seen that video of him up there singing? I forgot what he was singing, but he was sitting next to somebody just singing his heart out.
He was there with Blue
Yeah, he was
Ivy,
there.
and this is like a little bit besides the point. But I gotta say, does anybody else think it's weird that Jay Z and Blue Ivy bring, or Jay Z and Beyonce bring Blue Ivy like all these places, but you never see the other kids? Where are they?
That is interesting. I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to like groom her for
They are
success and in the
younger
limelight.
though, right? The other kids, how old are they?
Yeah, but they were taking Blue places when she was mad young too. I think it's what
Yeah.
you were saying, Matt. I think that they're like trying to groom her to be like the next it girl, whatever.
And then because she was actually, I think she was on stage when Beyonce went over to Dubai.
Yep.
She had came up on stage real quick. So yeah, they're just trying to like put her in the limelight, get her used to it. Because I mean, they look at her parents, like she's going to be there already. But that is an interesting
I
point. I
wonder, can
never
she
really
sing
noticed.
or does she got a skill or I don't know. Was she on the Beyonce album?
Yeah, I think she was on like the Lion King one.
Yep, on that brown skin girls, I think she was on there.
Yeah,
That's a real interesting point. Now that you said that, I'm gonna be think every time I see them and I don't see the other kids. I don't even know the other kids' names. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all.
I don't either.
Where the
Blue
fuck did
Ivy
they
That's
go?
what
definitely
I'm
looks
saying. They
like
keep those little kids in the back.
Yeah, I'm telling you. What the
Blue Ivy
hell?
looks just like the parents though. Like she
No.
got Jay-Z face for sure. Like
50-50. It's crazy. Shout out to I guess shout out to the Super Bowl though, because that's really honestly because you was talking about the game ride, but I ain't gonna lie, I stopped watching like as soon as Rihanna stopped. I just like got on my phone and started scrolling and doing other shit. I didn't care. You know what I mean? So I'm just glad that she went up there. It just sucks that they don't get paid for that shit though. Like that's just it's really publicity. You know what I mean? Um, Other than that though, I guess we can get into another topic that we have for you folks. I don't know if you guys have heard, but there was a huge earthquake in Turkey and the Syria, like kind of in that border. I don't know what the death toll is right now. I think it was close to 20,000, which was just like devastating.
Last time I saw, I think it had gone up to like 36,000
It's
today.
36 now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've been trying not to pay attention to the news about it.
yeah, that's where it's at. 35,000. Earthquake death toll tops 35,000 as the number of survivors found drops to a handful in devastated Turkey and Syria. And these pictures are devastating. People
Hmm.
are
Hmm.
in families.
Yeah.
I don't know where all those people even go. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like
What do
after
you
all
mean?
this damage that happened to their city, with
Oh.
something that happened to this degree or level, they have to
Hmm.
all move out to somewhere else, and you have to house all these people.
Yeah, that's when it comes down to the countries around them in this area. Because I think in Turkey it was like 10 provinces slash counties or whatever you want to call it. Maybe like 10 states were affected, and there's many states in Turkey. So maybe they're going over there, to seek refuge. Um,
Yeah, a
but
7.8 and 7.5 magnitude earthquake in the aftershock.
it's bad. It's bad. I don't know. This is one of these topics. Like, what can you really say other than like? I mean, obviously, I'm not one of them thoughts and prayers ass niggas. You know what I mean? So I'm not even gonna fake like I am and try to say that. But I mean, what can we? I mean, I'm sure we can find somewhere to donate. It's just devastating, man. Like, do y'all have any thoughts? Like, how? I mean, I guess how could they like rebuild or how would you rebuild if you were in this situation? Like, how can you even get to the next point when something so devastating happens? Like, it has to do a lot to your psyche, probably PTSD. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think what's hard is like Syria has already had stuff going on. Like the Syrian civil war has been going on for more than 10 years. And if I remember right, I feel like last year there were some other like natural disaster or like political issues happening in Syria already. So
Hmm.
it's just unfortunate that places that already face a lot of instability are going to have even more instability. But like you said, it's one of those things that sucks because it feels like there's very little that you can do on an individual level. Like the most that you could do for most people is, donating to an organization, but you still got to have a lot of trust that that money is even going to get to the folks it needs to get to. I've seen a lot of people on Instagram who are, accepting donations because their company is going to do like 100% match, but still, like, you give that money away, you have no idea where it goes and if it actually gets to the people who it matters. But I think that's the first step, is if that's in your heart, is to, to donate, and also just be aware, like having just taking the time to be self-aware, reading about what's going on in the world and not being just so focused on like what's happening in the US, what's happening like in your city, I think is important.
No, I totally agree. And speaking of those donations, it's this streamer that I watch on Twitch like every now and again named Hassan Abi. He's actually like, from Turkey and all that type of shit. And he was doing a stream like I think the day after it happened. So I think maybe February 8th. But it was people in his like stream just saying like, "Oh, you're just stealing all the money. You just like this guy is really from Turkey and like he really was doing something good, trying to do something good." And people were like shitting on him, because he had a legitimate donation, a place to donate, and it's just
They
like
got
people shitting.
proof.
He's for real. He's legit.
But that's the hard thing, is like I get why those people say that, because sometimes like you kind of got to be a little bit suspicious these days. It's unfortunate, but there are a lot of scams out here.
That's true.
I mean, shoot, I'm at a point today where even sometimes I got to be a little like cautious giving people money like on the street who ask for money, because some of these folks who are homeless begging, have homes, cars, like nice clothes. You just don't know. Like we just live in such a world where people will misuse, the goodness of somebody's heart to get over on them, that you kind of gotta, I think for a lot of people, feel like you gotta be on guard all the time.
No, I think that's true. I think you got to be on guard, not be a cynic, but kind of be cautious though. I think 'Cause I feel like if you're a cynic, then you're just going everything is going to be terrible. Everything is going to be bad. But like you said, you never know what folks going to do out here. But yeah, and I think the sad thing about this whole thing is like you can't really predict earthquakes. Like I
Nah,
guess you
that's
can.
what's scary about earthquakes. I can
Yeah,
never live in. I love LA, but I can never live in California for that reason. Like, I feel like in Michigan, for example, like we kind of got it easy. You avoid a lot of the stuff. You don't have tornadoes. You don't have like super crazy blizzards. You don't have earthquakes. It would just be hard to live in a place where that happens on a regular basis.
It is really cold, pretty much all year round, though.
I'll take that
So
over an
it
earthquake,
is,
though.
that's a
I
fact.
don't know. Like, give me an earthquake.
Shit, it's 50 degrees today though.
Yeah, it's nice out. And the
Uh,
sun's out.
Right, you're gonna be down in
Thanks, global
Houston.
warming.
Right, exactly. No, it really has been a tame ass winter though. It's really kind of interesting. In Michigan, it's just been like I think it snowed maybe like 3 times, maybe 2 times, and shit. It's about to be spring in a minute. So it's like, is this global warming? I think obviously global warming is real, but it just like it seems to be coming on quicker than I thought it would. But nah, Rod, you're gonna be down there in Houston, really burning up like a fried egg on the on the concrete. Like you talking about Michigan being cold, like.
man, I just found out that Houston is really bad with hurricanes and tornadoes. And when my
Yeah.
power went out, I was devastated. Like I ain't have nothing, man. And then I had to throw away all my food.
Bruh.
I was literally just sitting in here with just a match. Just like, man, like,
Yeah, with a man.
I'm just trying to go to sleep.
Wow. A real match. You ain't had no candle, just a match.
No, it was a lighter. I had some matches and my phone
Yeah.
screen until the battery died.
Damn.
God damn, man. That's,
Do you guys have like an emergency kit at your spots?
nah, all I got is a flashlight. Like that's pretty much it. But that's really nothing. Like I could just see things. You know. I don't even know what
I
to
did
put
buy a
on.
flashlight though. After that, I got a flashlight now.
Like one of them heavy duty joints, like the big.
Yeah,
Like
I got a flashlight just in case.
I feel like I gotta get on my emergency stuff just in case. I remember back when Y2K happened, having like the extra big candles that like could last for like a year. You know, you burn those things for forever. I'm like,
Yeah.
where they have those at? Like you could find those everywhere uh during Y2K. We need to bring those back because I need some at the crib.
I mean, shit. Just find you a doomsday preparer. Like they got everything.
Yep.
They got all the MREs. They got the canned tuna. Like anything you want. Like
Toilet paper on deck.
yeah, for sure. Speaking of like living situations, and shit like that. I just got a letter from my apartment talking about they gonna raise my rent. I'm just like, man, y'all niggas want me to move out
Can
so
you
bad.
just move there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ain't even been a year yet. Y'all niggas gonna raise my rent already?
They already want you out of there. You gotta stop wearing the do rags around.
I'm telling you, like,
Get
I,
a
I be,
haircut. You fucking up the property value. That's what's going on here.
there goes
You
the
gotta work it
neighborhood,
out.
right? Nah, you stupid. No, but
All that
that
coconut
that that,
butter.
that Loki could be a that could be a good. I mean, I don't know. I think that I stay out the way though. I'm not no like I stay out the way. I'll wear a beanie outside. I don't wear the do rag outside like this. Like I'm in the comfort of my home. You know what I mean? So I can do this. But yeah, have y'all ever like been through that though? Like, have y'all had y'all rents raised, or have y'all had like things that have happened at y'all apartments that were just like, all right, I got to get the fuck on.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
That's low key why I ended up buying a spot because I just got sick of every place I went to. The moment I got comfortable, they'd raise the rent. It's like I just got cool paying y'all this. No, I don't
Right.
want to pay you 200 more bucks a month.
Yeah, and we had talked about this previously. Like, I just don't understand how there's not laws against this, especially places like New York City where they do that shit like clockwork. Like, they always raising somebody rent for no reason, no updates, no upgrades.
That's the most annoying thing. Like, it's one thing if the rent goes up because they remodeled, they invested the money back. But when it's like, okay, the service is trash, the maintenance is trash, this place isn't even the most up to date spot around. No, you
Hmm.
don't get any more money from me.
Yeah, like this, you got to make it make sense, right? So it's like I don't know. I mean, my personal situation, like I love this apartment. Like there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, there's a few things that I can name off. I'm not gonna be here all day, but yeah, just kind of frustrating. But right when you was in Jersey and shit like that, did they ever try to hit you with that type of shit? Like, nah, we finna raise it like $100, $200.
Yeah, they definitely tried to, but
Try it.
I got lucky. Yeah, I got lucky. I went into the office and the owner of the complex, she happened to be there. She said she loved my shirt, and she said like for
Okay.
him, like he could just keep his same rate, and
What?
Wow. What did the shirt
yeah,
say?
and it was just a plain purple shirt, like it was just a
What?
t-shirt, and I had a good
Oh, she was
haircut.
trying to get on.
Nah,
And
for
it was just all white lady, and I was just like, yeah, I
She was
appreciate that.
definitely trying to get on.
She was like, yeah, that shirt looked good. And I'm like, yeah, he can keep the
Wait, did
same rate he got now. I'm
she
like,
said
okay,
it
thank
looked
you.
good? She said it looked good or look good on you.
Ooh, key difference.
I don't know. It didn't matter to me. As long as the wrist stayed
Right?
the same.
Exactly. That's crazy. Damn, I need some special treatment like that for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, it just kind of trash though, because I'm kind of in Jermaine's. Like, I feel like I'm where Jermaine was before she got a house. Like, I'm like, let me go ahead and just get some shit, even though I don't even know if I want to be here in Michigan forever. I'm like, let me go ahead and just give me a little 500 square feet house, like just some cheap shit, just to tide me over. I don't know.
What do you look for in terms of area or people you want to be around? Are you looking for space? Are you looking for be around a city vibe, suburban with kids? Like, what is your vibe now?
Mm. Um, so when I bought my house, I've been here for 5 years now. And so when I bought it, I wanted something that was close, kind of like centrally located and close to the freeway so I could get anywhere wherever. So I love where I'm at. I'm like 20 minutes away from downtown. I can hit the freeway and like pretty much be anywhere I need to be within like 20 to 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, which is really cool. So that was important to me. I wanted some place that was modern. Like I didn't want to have to go and like update stuff. I'm not necessarily like Mrs. like handy. I just wanted some place that like look nice off top. Um, as like a single woman living alone, like someplace that was safe was important. And I wanted to at least be like semi close to young people. Like I didn't need to be downtown type prices because that was a little more than I wanted to
When
do.
you when
And
you
I
say
probably don't
young, what's young for you? What do you mean by that?
I would say like, 20s, 30s. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Like there were some places I had looked at that were probably like steals, but they were in like super duper family areas. Like everybody was married with kids, and I was like, yeah, I'm not quite there, so I don't need that right now.
I think that's another conversation we need to have. Like people that's married with kids is annoying to be around, but that's another conversation. Anyway,
We can have it. I have lots of thoughts on that.
no, I think we might all be able to agree on that. But in terms of what I look for, like after moving here, the shit totally changed. Like this place has like the most natural light I've ever seen in any type of not establishment, but like apartment, whatever. So I need natural light. I need also this place is all electric. There's no gas stove or gas heating, so I need that. In terms of area though, I don't know. I think that's the thing I struggle with the most because like Jermaine said, I don't want to be near all the families and hear the fucking school bus every morning, honk honk, like you know what I'm saying, all that type of shit. Um I don't necessarily know if I want to be around. You know what I look for in the area? I want to be secluded. Like I want to be like 200 feet away from the main road, and there's no houses to the next to me. Like that's kind of what I want because I just hate being bothered by like people in general. So that's kind of like the type of shit that I look for, and in my home, like that I would actually get.
I feel like when you really get like some crazy money, you're gonna be like a Kanye type and have a spot on in like Wyoming or something like that. But like be able to fly back into the city whenever you need.
I'm never coming back here.
You know, you
But I,
you, you know when you said like 200 feet away, right from the main road.
yeah, yeah.
That's really not that far away. Like that's like I was just thinking about that. Like I deal with measurements all the time. I'm like 200 feet. That's like a
What's 200
suburban
feet?
area. Like for the most part, like from the
But I
main
mean,
road.
like I'm saying, like go to Detroit. Like them houses are so close to this like street. A lot of them. I needed like maybe 3 or 4 times back from where they are. You know what I mean? I don't know measurements. Like I don't know how long a foot is like offhand. Like so,
So like you don't want to hear street traffic kind of thing.
I don't even want there to be street traffic. Like I want to be on the road where don't even really nobody drive down that shit. To be honest, like I don't even want to be bothered by anything. I want to be able to go somewhere and just disconnect.
If you could pick a city, what would that be?
In Michigan, probably
It
like
could be
the thing
anywhere. I'm just
anywhere. I don't know, somewhere that's like country. Like low key, I kind of want to move back to the country. Like, I fuck with the country because it's very spaced out. It's very quiet out there. Like ain't no street lights. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no sidewalks. It's just like open road and cornfields and cotton fields and all that type of shit. Like I feel it'll be something like that. So like maybe like a um I don't know, somewhere down south. I would say, but not like a major city down south. Like a
you just want to farm.
low key, that would be fire though. Like to have a farm, like black farmers. I feel like Jermaine was saying, like it ain't a lot of black Pilates people.
No,
I
I
don't think
met
it's a
one
lot of
though.
black farmers.
I met a black farmer, like right at the bar.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm trying to get to.
yeah.
That's next level. That's like 10 years out from now I want to farm.
Yeah, like that would be super fire.
Be like Kellis.
Khalees. You nigga said
Khalees?
Kellis. I hate this nigga so much.
I was like, who is Kelly? Okay, I'm not hip.
Right. No, no, but Khalees got something good going for sure. Like she got I think what's she doing? Like
Yeah, she
hair
got
care
that
products
brain
right now.
fruit. Yeah, I follow Instagram.
Yeah.
Like,
No, she doing her shit for sure. So yeah, that would be dope to have a farm. Um, but yeah, Rad, what about you? I don't think you answered the question. Like, is there something that you look for when you try to like, or even when you moved now, like you just moved recently, like what kind of area was you looking for?
I feel like if I was to choose, and like my ideal place would be different than what I have now. Like my ideal place would probably be like I would have like something a little bit more secluded, like you. Like it'd be probably a little bit more closed in, but it wouldn't be in the middle of nowhere. It'd probably be like in a decent neighborhood with just like space between and maybe like trees or something like that, or like blocking the way. Um, I feel like I want my crib to be more smart home, more glass walls and good views. Cause I'm there about like good views. Like I want to be able to walk out and just like it just has something to do with my energy and like being able to wake up every day and like just look out. Like I look outside and stuff like that. I want to be able to see good energy. So that's something like that'd be very important to me.
I feel that though. Like I think that actually does a lot for the psyche. And like being able to look outside and not see trash on the street or just see a bunch of traffic outside. Like being able to just see green and beautiful flowers and the rising sun. Like that does a lot. That's real dope. Um, but yeah, I think how long we been on here? 48 minutes. Damn. Okay. Let's see. Where do you think we should take it now, right?
Um, I was thinking about it, but
I don't know, because I was thinking about the things I'd be thinking about. I'm like, I don't want to put myself out there on this podcast like that, but I think I might have to.
I'm
So,
curious what it is now.
so like, y'all ever just be trying to like self-diagnose yourselves for like mental, like ailments?
Yes. And also, I have a topic after this. It just made me think about a topic.
Okay. Nah, but yeah, I was like, one day, I don't even know what it was, but I was just kind of thinking about myself and I don't know, like something about me. I'm just kind of like, I think something that caught my eye when, or I might have been watching something and like a mental disorder caught my ear, and I was like, what is that? And I had watched like this a couple of videos on YouTube, and I was like, damn, that actually sounds a lot like me. And
What disorder was it?
it was like schizotypic schizotypal or typal personality disorder.
yeah, you got to pull that up.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Yeah, you got to tell us like what the characteristics of it are.
So what they say, this is according to myclevelandinc.org, and I'm not saying I have all of these or anything like this, but um, it kind of described me, like the way she was actually talking about real people that actually have this. But so number one, have intense social anxiety and poor social relationships. Number two, not have close friends or confidants except for first degree relatives. Number three, have peculiar behaviors and mannerisms. Also have odd thoughts and speech, such as using excessively abstract or concrete phrases or using phrases or words in unusual ways. Have magical beliefs, such as thinking they have paranormal powers. Let's see, be paranoid and suspicious of others' intentions, and so on and so on. So I don't know, I was just kind of listening to those types of things,
You
and I was
lost
like,
me at having powers. That's right. You lost me. I'm like, what kind of powers you think you got,
no,
Matt?
no, 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 no. See, that's the thing. I think what people don't realize is like you could still have something, but not have all the characteristics. I don't even know what that shit was. I'm like, I don't, I don't think
So
I'm
which
super
one's on
nigga
this
nothing.
list that you was like, yeah, that's me?
Intense social anxiety, poor social relationships. I do have close friends. I have a couple of close friends.
You think you have an intense social anxiety?
You don't know me, nigga. Yes, I do. I definitely do. Like I 100% do. I mean, I might not show it, but I definitely do.
Nigga, you be
Um,
out. That's why it's like, what are you talking about?
I know, and I be thinking about that. Like, how I don't understand it. I really do though.
Where'd you go watch the Super Bowl at?
I stayed at home.
You said, oh, me too. Okay.
Exactly. You was trying to get me. I would say odd thoughts and speech. Like I feel like I speak weird sometimes. Peculiar behaviors and mannerisms for sure. Um, be paranoid and suspicious of others' intentions. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of things that I might think in my head that I just don't let show. Like this thing up here is always like my brain is always racing. But once again, enough about me. What do y'all like? Do you guys even think about this a lot? Do you feel like you're self aware enough to even kind of reel it in?
See, I feel like that's the dangerous thing about the internet. Sometimes we learn a little bit too much because I definitely agree with you. There are things that I've seen on the internet, seen on TikTok or YouTube, and I'm like, it does kind of sound like me. Like one thing I see a lot on TikTok lately is women talking about um being diagnosed with ADHD like as an adult. And some of the symptoms, I'm like, man, that does sound like me. I do have a lot of things on my to do list I haven't got to, and I do lose track of time and da 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 da. But it's hard to say like how much of it is that you actually like have this medical condition versus how much of it is purely like, yo, some of this is just normal life stuff. Like the things that you listed off, I think a lot of people, especially at this age, are kind of dealing with some level of it, like some level of social anxiety, some level of like, hey, I maybe don't have a million close friends. I maybe just got a handful. Some level of like, yo, I'm kind of paranoid because we live in a crazy ass world today. So it's hard to say like how much of it is actually like you have these conditions and how much of it is just that we just have more awareness to even know what some of these things are and like think that we have them. So I don't know, but I've definitely had that thought before, like that I might be a little bit crazy.
Yeah, and I do agree with you. Like we probably shouldn't like actually 100% trust these things. It's really just for entertainment, for our own entertainment and enjoyment. If you read WebMD or whatever, like you don't got cancer for real. Like you just think that you had the symptoms. Like it's shouldn't be.
And they list the most general ones on those websites
Yeah.
because man, I've looked up some of those psychological conditions and it'll be the most generic stuff like, do you get angry? It's like, yeah, I do.
Right.
Do you have a hard time communicating? Sometimes. You have a hard time sleeping? Sometimes. Like, yeah, that's me for real. And then when
Hmm.
you actually hear like a trained like psychologists talk about it, they bring up like way deeper stuff that it's like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, 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 that's not me.
Right, but that's why I kind of had got scared though, because I was watching like somebody that's like a real psychologist talk about like how people really act. Like she was giving examples of what people would do, and like I was really scared for like probably like an hour or two the other day. Like, oh shit, like I might actually be like on some crazy shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do think that
Like I might melt somebody with my eyes.
that's crazy.
I'm gonna get so mad, like I'm gonna burn a hole through his chest. Keep playing with me.
That's crazy. Now I can't relate to that, like I said. But Rod, I mean, have you ever had those, or do you think about that type of shit, or do you just kind of even kilter, just kind of like just be chilling, just being you?
No, I'm definitely the type of person who I reflect a lot. I've said it previously in the podcast. I go to the doctor with already my prescription in mind. Like, hey, like this is what's wrong with me. I already know. So like, I need you to prescribe me this, and I need to get up out of here. Um, yeah, I'm pretty like. See, I don't go as far as like calling myself crazy or anything like that.
No, no.
Like, cause I feel like that's probably taken a little too far. Maybe you can probably diagnose yourself if you're feeling sad or depressed.
Right, yeah.
You can look at like kind of those symptoms and things like that. But when it goes into like mental disorders, because I have a friend who had like a real mental disorder, schizophrenia, and his mind was just like completely changed from when we grew up as kids. And I know what that looks like. So I I don't go as far as like I don't. That's why like when I see certain things like that, and I look at my life and I'm like, man, I'm actually pretty blessed. Like I don't think too down upon like my own ability. I always feel like I can do more. I strive to do more. Um, I don't I don't know. I never feel like I run out of time until like I can't until don't have any time left in a sense. Like I feel like I can always achieve what I want to achieve as long as like I'm still here and breathing. Like
Okay, that's good.
I I was gonna say I totally agree with that. I so one of my best friends growing up, right before our senior year of high school, was diagnosed bipolar. And I was a person who kind of told her family, like, yo, there's something that's like not really here. Like, that's not really matching up. She had a pretty major um, manic episode, and then that led her to being in a psychiatric hospital. But when you see somebody go to that level of extreme, you can realize, like, yo, I might also have my different moods. I might also have my different energy levels, but like, you recognize that there is a point where somebody needs medical intervention. And so, Matt, for what you're talking about, like, yeah, you might experience some of those same things, but you would, I think, be self-aware enough to know, like, okay, this has gotten to a point where it disrupts my normal daily life. I think anybody would be aware enough to know, or that somebody could let them know, like, hey, this is disrupting your daily life. You actually need some level of medical attention. You need, a proper diagnosis.
But just the thing though about that is that oftentimes people don't even realize it. That's the thing. Like if you really got something going on up here, you don't really realize until somebody tells you. Like I
I
heard
would have
somebody make
told
this.
you though if I thought you was going crazy though.
That's what I was gonna say. Somebody would tell you. Like, somebody would be like, bro.
Like
Nah, I don't.
even
I
when I
don't think
felt
I'm
like you
going.
was going like in really depressed, I was like, bro, you seem really depressed.
I mean, I'm always going to be depressed, to
So
be honest. But but that's another story. I'm not. I don't think I'm going crazy. I'm just thinking like it's things that I feel like I exhibit where it's just like, like, that's something I want to change about myself. I'm not really sure how to do it because it's not easy for me to like. It's not a switch that I could just flip and be like, oh, I don't have to be this way. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like it's something. That's kind of how I look at it. But I mean,
Have you ever gone to therapy?
yeah, I went to therapy when I was like 11 or 12 or some shit like that. Like that was the only time I went though.
It's worth going as an adult because, you can bring those specific things to a therapist and be like, yo, I want to be, less driven by social anxiety. I want to, change my relationships in these ways. I want to do X, Y, and Z different. And then there's somebody who can actually like give you the skills to do it. Cause some of it isn't psychological. It's more so like just not having the skills to do some of those things. Like not having the skills to get over anxiety, not having the skills to, you know, work through specific challenges. So I think it might be, worth considering. Everybody should go to therapy, in my opinion.
I dated this girl that told me that, and then like kind of offended me. She was like, "You should go to therapy," and I was like, "Bitch."
What was the context that she said in the middle of a
Hmm.
fight? Because yeah, then those are fight words for sure.
I honestly don't remember if it was in the middle of a fight,
You
but
know what? You know that's one of my like thing that really pisses me off. Like in the midst of an argument, oh, you should go to therapy. It's like you thinking the exact same thing, but like, who is you?
wait,
Like, so
wait.
I
So you've heard
completely,
that before too?
yeah, I
You've
heard
heard
that
that?
before, but like, yeah, you
Oh
really
my
need
god.
help. Like, man, you need help. Like, like, stop talking to me like that. Like,
Wait, Jermaine, is it? Don't tell me this is a tactic by women. Don't tell me this is what y'all doing.
You know what? I think some of the worst things that have ever happened for womankind, if I'm being honest, are learning the phrases trauma, gaslighting, and anything related to therapy. Because yeah, if you need some to keep in your back pocket for a fight, then those are definitely going to come out.
Yeah, this it's almost manipulative though, because it's like, damn, like you telling me this, you telling me I'm sick, basically. You telling me I'm not thinking right, and it's like, maybe I am. You just saying that just to get over. It's kind of messed up, but I do think it is. It's a lot of words that we probably should have never learned. Like I think trauma is a good one. All the ones you said are good ones. What's some other ones like um uh,
Demons.
demons? What you mean, like demons in terms like, oh, I got demons,
Yeah, I got
or like
demons.
demon
I'm working
time?
on my demons. It's like, what does that even mean? It's the same thing with trauma. Like, I've been through a lot of trauma. Some people will say this, like, yeah, but you actually have never been through trauma. Like, just because you didn't make the basketball team in fourth grade, that was not trauma.
Right, that's not trauma for real. Like you just sucked. But let's see, what's some other ones? It's a lot of words. I hate that I'm blanking right now that we're on this topic, but there's a lot of words that we probably shouldn't have. Like I would say lit is probably one. Like lit, I think is a little bit too overused. Y'all got any that y'all could think of?
oh, we
Like
just
what?
hating on words. Okay, that's what we doing now.
No, I liked it when they first came out. Like swag. Of course, we know swag over. I still say swag, but like
I feel like lit is over. I was going to say, I don't know the last time I heard lit.
That's what I'm
in a minute.
saying. Yeah, I mean
Damn,
that's
like I'm
true.
old
That's
as
true.
hell. Then I'm still over here saying lit. I thought that was the go-to. I say,
Can we
oh yeah,
start
that
like
shit lit.
revamping? We should probably start revamping words. Like you know how they remixing all these 2000 songs. Like let's bring back swag. Um,
What's the new version of lit today? Like, what do you say something is like lit or turnt today?
Fire.
damn, that's a good question.
Yeah, I guess fire.
We've been saying fire though. Like that ain't new. I don't know. That's a good question. I know Riz. Have you heard Riz before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Riz. That's like one of the new terms. I don't know. These
I
young
ain't
niggas,
heard
they be
that one
just
at all.
Riz is like game. Like how, like what game you got to like actually get her. Like what? How much Riz do you have?
Riz.
Basically,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's stupid.
Jermaine, you got Riz?
Need somebody who has Riz. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some Riz to pull me.
Wait, so males can only have Riz?
That's why I was thinking. I thought it was a game or something.
I've maybe I've always seen in the context of men saying that. I've never seen a woman say it. I don't know.
I mean, women don't need Riz though. To
That's
be
why I'm
honest,
asking. I'm like, what the hell is Riz? Like, maybe I don't know the definition.
it's like all right. If I go up to a girl, I'm like, yo, like how quickly can I talk myself into like getting a number or getting her to come home with me? Like that's Riz.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that women
I
have to
thought
have
that's
Riz.
juice.
Yeah,
Isn't that
basically.
juice?
A little bit, a little bit. But I feel like
Nah.
juice is more like that's another old ass term. But juice is like
Like sauce.
it is like juice is like you got like a status, like you got status, like you got the gift of gab. Like Riz is not that. Riz is just like your mouthpiece, like how you can talk. Like you know what I mean? But I don't know. All this shit is stupid. Like, can we just start saying the words that are in the dictionary? Like, you know. But
I feel like that's too much going into this new millennial Gen X kind of. I don't know. I feel like I'm just too old. I'm not keeping up with it no more. Like, what age do you got to just stop?
yeah,
Like, I'm just like, I
Man,
can't
it's
keep
still
up
game to
with.
me.
I think so too. I think I agree with Jermaine. I think I'm still just trying to stay as young as possible because I think I am. I mean, we're still young. Like, what do you like? Come on, we're
No,
still
I
young. We
feel
can
like you
still
just
do
got
it.
to come up with your own terms at a certain point. Just like, man, I got to give it up.
That's true. I'm
Like
not mad at that.
that's what Snoop Dogg does. Like he just stopped like caring what he just starts saying whatever is on his head.
No, that's Snoop Dogg ain't came up with a new term in a minute. You talking about the shizzle shit?
Yeah, all that shit. Like
No, but that came from. But what niggas don't know is that came from E40 though. Like E40 started saying Izzle and all that type of shit. He just kind of revamped it. You know what I mean? But okay, but let's get off the Izzles and all that type of shit. Let's talk about Jermaine. Do you remember the last topic that you wanted to speak about?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so obviously, um, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. And I'm curious for men, like, what do you expect for Valentine's Day? Is question number one. And number two is technically the day before Valentine's Day is Galentines Day. You know, it's for like women to do things for their friends. Like, how would you guys feel about there being like a male equivalent? Like a day for y'all to show love to other men.
I'm gonna speak on the man part first. I feel like men celebrate themselves every day. So like being a man, I don't know. I just enjoy being a man every day. So that's one.
But you wouldn't
Into,
want Matt to like get you a gift and be like, yo, bro, like, you know.
I'm not
yeah,
getting
I
like no.
would. I would love that. Like to be honest, like
That's
to be honest, like I
nah.
always think about like I brought this up one time. Like I put it in. I put it in slowly though. Like you just like when you bring it up, you try to bring a topic up lightly, but you ain't really trying to like. You ain't trying to go. I wasn't trying to go all in on my niggas. Like,
Oh my god.
but I was still like, yo, like, what about holidays and birthdays? We just like how we feel about getting each other a bottle or something. Like we just,
Say saying, like,
what?
imagine February 12th. It was just like you and your boys give each other gifts, like, yo, here's a bottle. And I know
Yeah.
you said you needed some new like guitar picks. I got you some.
Yeah.
Hey, you need a new gaming chair. I got you one. Like, what if it was just, because that's what basically what girls do for Galentine's
See, I
Day.
would love that. See, this thing with guys though, it's like a lot of times it's not even words though. Like you don't even hear shit like from your homies. Like it just be like you just
I'm
gotta
telling you,
know
I'm about to
you can
start
just
that as a
good.
new holiday. February 12th is, I got to figure out a cool dude's name for it, but dude's
Mm,
Valentine's.
Galentine. See, Galentine's works though. Like that's
Could be maybe Palentine's. I don't know. That doesn't sound very manly. I got to think about it, but
that is good. 'Cause it's like it's gender neutral.
uh huh. And yeah,
Risen
at the
time.
very least, you just like say like, "Yo, what up,
Time.
bro? Like, I'm proud of you. I see you."
That would be, I guess, I don't know if I'm gonna subscribe to that. Like, I'm not, already not no holiday type of nigga. Like, I'm really Jehovah Witness for real. Like, I don't fuck with no holidays. But like, Rod, I feel where you coming from, but I disagree. Like, I don't care
Oh, I
to
know.
receive. I knew that's where you was going when you started saying it. I don't care to receive or give gifts, like ever. To be honest, I think it's just because I didn't had enough like bad experiences with how the holidays and my birthdays have went that I just don't care anymore. So that's kind of how I feel about it. Now, what would I like to receive from my lady on Valentine's Day? That's a good question.
Cuddy.
Um, no, 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 no. That's not enough. That's not enough. You think that's enough, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I don't think that's enough. I think that we could do that we do that anytime anyway. What does that matter like on Valentine? Like what if it is Cuddy, then it gotta be something special. Like it gotta be like on top of the Empire State Building, or it gotta be like some crazy nasty shit, like fisting or some shit. Like it gotta be so crazy. Like, it gotta be like wild. So shit that we never do on a regular basis. Like I don't want no regular Cuddy on Valentine's Day. But in terms of gifts though, like once again, I don't really care about gifts. Like I guess maybe just some sort of token of appreciation that shows that she thinking about me. Like that's
What's a good? What's your best gift? Like just to name something.
that I've ever gotten or given.
Gotten. Like you were just like, man, like you a real ass bitch, you know?
Like, she feeling me.
Like that's lit.
um
I appreciate this.
that's a good question. Probably like I can't remember. It was a bunch of shit. It was like clothes and like it was just like some drip. That's another word, drip. That's kind of new. That's newish.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like drip, like she dripped me out. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that shit was dope. You know what I
A
mean?
gift card? Or like did she actually go and like pick the pieces out?
It was she like she curated it. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the bag, all that type of shit.
Mm.
Now that's dope. That lets you know she's rocking with you because she went to the store. She had to know your sizes. She had to know what kind of vibe you wanted. Yeah, that takes some time.
That's true, but she was really trying to say that I dress trash, which might be may or may not be true, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's. I mean, and I didn't even really need that. Like it's just like show me, appreciate me. Maybe some Cuddy, maybe not. Like we can do it tomorrow too. That's another thing. Like the Cuddy gonna be there the next day regardless. Like it's free. You know what I mean?
But
So
it's gonna be on a special day too.
what's special about it though?
Special to me.
Then it's a holiday.
Man, if y'all don't get the fuck out of here, man. It's just a holiday. It's just I'm gonna get real Dr. Umar. Like it's really just they just really trying to take all our money. They trying to look at the white man.
I mean, you could Kwanzaa it and just let Valentine's Day be something that doesn't have to do with money. Like, yo, I'm gonna write you a love letter. I'm gonna, give you a back massage. I don't know.
That's a bar. Okay. That's interesting. But yeah, I think all in all, I mean maybe we need to, Jermaine, in while you're doing the Pilates, you might have to start that Valentine's Day thing though.
I might. I might. I am on a campaign to see more Black men experience appreciation, whether it's appreciation from friends, from romantic partners, from each other. Like, I would like to see that on a serious note.
Yeah, let's talk about that more. Like, how you feel like y'all can do better?
Dang,
What?
it's on me.
No, I'm just like you just saying you want to put it out there, like how, like you want to see us appreciate. I'm just saying, how can you do better? Like just in
Yeah,
general.
so I think a few things. Like, one is it's just verbalizing it. Like, a lot of times, like, you'll see somebody who is working towards his goals, whether it's like, it could just be, anybody. It doesn't have to be like somebody you're with romantically, but somebody who's like working towards their goals, or they're a really good friend, they're a good son, a good father, a good whatever. Like, it's just telling people like, yo, I see you, I see what you're doing, I appreciate it, like, I rock with it. It could even be like random people you see out in public. Like, if I see somebody who's dressed nice, a black man, or like smells nice, I'll say that. And it's crazy to hear how just little things like that black men get so excited about. Like, just wanting to a compliment and to like recognize somebody. So I think that's a great place to start. That's something everybody can do.
You know what? Like now, just thinking about like I'm thinking about who I got complimented by mainly. It's normally white women. Like
That's what I'm saying.
Really?
As black women, to be honest, we all could do a little bit more. Just being like, yo, you smell nice. Yo, I like that haircut. Okay, I see you, purple shirt.
I never got that from them.
Damn.
That's crazy.
But does that mean anything though? Like, I mean, obviously, like Jermaine was
Nah, I
saying,
don't
like
mean
that.
nothing.
I was about to say it feels good to get that from from a black woman or from any woman or from anybody. But like, just because you don't get that from somebody, don't it shouldn't make you.
Yeah, I think more or less like we're just more used to it. It's just like, if we do here, it's just like we wouldn't even know how to really appreciate it. We would just probably just be like,
So then, like, what as men could you experience you to be like, yo, like that does feel really good? Like, I saw this thread as an example that was on Twitter of just black men talking about like love languages and what receiving love would look like from their girl. And some of it was like super like simple stuff. Like, yo, I just want her to like make me a plate. Like, I just want her to prepare a meal for me and make me a plate and sit it down in front of me. Some of it was, just words of affirmation, like telling me I'm doing good, telling me that, she's proud of me. Like, for you two, what would that look like?
have y'all ever done that test that
Yeah.
tells you this
Yeah.
stuff like that? Yeah,
Hmm.
you was forced into this like I was, Matt.
No, I wasn't.
No,
I like doing tests like that, personality tests, and just like
no.
different tests to try to see. It's like it's really like it's not a cut and dry thing, but it's just like okay, it's cool to know. Do you remember what your results were?
Yeah, I'm very touchy feely. That was one of them, and then also I feel like words as well. That was a big for me as well.
Okay, okay.
Like words, and I'm more of like action rather than what someone says because I feel like people say things all the time. It's like that doesn't really mean too much to me. Like I have to see it like for me to actually believe it.
I can't remember my results. Do you remember yours, Jermaine?
Yeah, acts of service is number one for me too.
Okay, so like the acts of service is like people like he'll take out the trash, he'll
Mm-hmm.
like type of shit like that. Okay.
Or he'll pay
Yep.
for nails or hair or shit like that.
Okay,
Or
okay.
something.
I can't remember what mine was. It's probably like I don't think I have any to be honest. I'm just like I know I had one, but like I
You
can't
gotta
really
have one. There's gonna be one that is like slightly above.
out of all of them, I don't even know which one it was. I'm trying to find like the email from way back when I took it, but
Yeah. Do you remember what the five are? Or would that help you?
acts of
'Cause
service, words of
we're
affirmation. Yeah, go ahead.
physical touch, quality time, and gifts. Gifts would clearly not be yours since you are like Mr. Anti Gifts.
Mine is like really none of those, but except for quality time. I think that's the one that I think it was.
That was my guess. That's what yours would be.
Yeah, because I just like like that's people don't have to be around you, but like for somebody to
I
want to
thought
be
that was the
around you,
same
like that's
thing as
dope.
what I said. Like now I'm thinking about it. Quality time
No,
and like
you said
touch
yeah,
is the
you said
same
physical
thing.
touch.
Are those two
No,
different
that's two different
things?
things.
Yeah, two different ones.
You
Oh,
don't gotta touch somebody every time you spend time with them. But damn. Oh, here I think I found it. But yeah, I think mine was probably quality time. But I mean, yeah, I mean, even on Valentine's Day, like if I had a Valentine, it'd be like, oh, let's just spend some time. Let's binge watch some bullshit, and then have a good time, have a good laugh. A little Taylor port, a little good wine. Like type of shit like that. I don't really need no. I don't need to be dripped out. Draped up and dripped out and all that type of shit.
yeah.
Um,
So I want to wrap this up and get to this last topic here.
not ready.
Man sues woman for $2.2 million because she won't date him. Damage my rep.
What?
Damn, that's some sick shit right there.
I need some more details. So,
Okay.
was he like spending money on her? Like, what's the? Huh? I'm so lost. He must have spent mad money to say I need 2.2 mil.
He said it was this man in Singapore. He filed 2 lawsuits against this woman who refused to date him, claiming she caused him emotional trauma after telling him she wanted to be only friends. And then he said, threatened to sue Nora Tan when she rejected him, but initially put the lawsuit on hold after she agreed to attend counseling sessions with him, which she did for a year and a half. So, like, they weren't even going out together, and she agreed to counseling sessions with him.
Okay, low key
It's
though,
like,
he might have an argument. If she went to counseling and still didn't want to be with this man, it's like, why'd you waste my time for a year and a half? Yeah, you owe me some money. Run me that.
But 2.2.
2.2 is crazy, but she really might owe him some money. I'm sorry.
you
And
gotta
counseling is expensive.
you gotta aim high.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I guess you kind of like, even if you selling the car, like you got to be like, I want 5,000, even if you want 4. So that makes sense. Like, so I mean, I guess is wasting. Well, you know what they say though, time is money, right? So if somebody wastes your time, like for however long they was talking or in the talking stage, like I guess that would warrant some type of judgment. I mean, he said something about emotional damage and he said emotional trauma from
I mean, do
telling
you
her she wanted
agree
to be friends.
with that? I mean, I guess that's just the gist, like with this lawsuit. Like,
Agree with what though, specifically?
sometimes you feel like you spend a good amount of money, like going out and trying to court someone, and then all of a sudden you just feel like it's just no communication back, and it just gets quiet and dry. So you kind of
I
just like you
mean,
start to feel that emotional trauma, and then you don't think a lawsuit is warranted, like for how your heart feeling.
that's part of the game. Like, man, if you don't grow up, this nigga need to grow up. To be honest, like if you ain't went through that before, or if you still getting hurt by that, like let that woman go and be about her business and go find somebody else. Like who is this woman that where it was like I need to be with her, like I need to be with her. Like I guess some people believe in soulmates and believe in like, oh, she's the one for me for sure, but it's somebody else out there that could be a better suit for him. So
So you
to
couldn't do it.
me, I couldn't do what.
You couldn't sue a woman for denying you.
That's stupid.
If you could do it,
No, no, that's stupid. I don't even understand how he would even come to that conclusion.
I don't know. If he wins though,
Hmm.
man, I don't know. Some people gotta watch out.
Bruh,
I'm
that's
about to
gonna
get
be that's
paid.
gonna set a. I'm telling you, like that's gonna set a precedent if he does win this shit.
Are there any women that you've dated in the past where like after it enders like, yeah, you owe me something? Like even if it's not $2.2 million, like, nah, you owe me something. I put too much time, energy, money, whatever into you. I need something back.
No, but I want my clothes back. Give me back all them hoodies, all them shorts, all
Not
them
me
t-shirts.
personally.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like
You said
I'm
no,
just
right?
not me personally, just because like I'm not a trick. Like it's only Like, only thing you get is probably like some food and some flowers.
Yeah,
Like
something simple.
in time, like trips.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
I feel
think
like that's the dream right there. Like,
I'm with you on that, ride. Like I'm not no tricking ass nigga at all. Like you gonna get you. We can
I don't
eat.
know. Yeah.
Like we can eat. Like, like that's.
If you can't get
But I
your
do think
own, if you can't get your like do anything for yourself, it's like you shouldn't even be in a relationship then, right? Like that's kind of how I like understand like the dynamics of everything today. So if you're not ready for a relationship, don't get in one.
I think a lot of people would beg to differ, though. I think that some financial stability is important to some people, but some people don't really care about that in a partner. Specifically, a lot of no, I ain't gonna say just males, because there do be some females. There's some women that support some bum ass niggas out here too, but it's not always
A
that
lot of
important to
that.
people. To me, like I ain't even gonna say, it got to be the same weight that I pull, but it got to be something though. You know what I mean? Like it can't be nothing. But as you said though, I'm not no trick, and so I'm not buying Birkins. I can't even afford no goddamn Birkin. I'm not buying. I might buy, I might buy her some Jordans or some shit like that, like some Jordan 2s or like some like nice girly Jordans, the women's pairs. Like I might do that. I don't want them back though. Like you can keep those, but shit that I like that I wear that you took from me, I want that shit back. That's my only point. You can keep it. Any money I gave you, anything I gave you was off the strength because I just wanted to give you that because I felt like you deserved it. You've been,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But other than that,
It's
like
only
give
if
me
you
my
stay
clothes back.
true. Like if you stay true, then you deserve everything. But if you don't, like I need my stuff back.
When you say stay true, do you mean like cheating, infidelity type shit?
Like when Ben Simmons told old girl, I need that wedding ring back. Like we never got married.
Yeah.
I need that
I don't
back.
know about that.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, it was very expensive, but
It's
You
millions of
gave it to me.
dollars.
That's a gift. And what are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna go sell
give
it.
it to the next one. Oh.
Sick.
I'm gonna go get the
Which
bread
one?
back.
Okay, which one is worse, Jermaine? Selling it or giving it to the next girl?
Giving it to the next girl is way worse.
Really?
Because now you play the ex and the new girl.
Really? Why is that?
No, you can't give me something that you intended to give to somebody else. It couldn't even like even you take like a ring out of it. Let's say you bought some clothes for your girl. You break up. You never gave her the gifts. So you're like, yo, let me give them to somebody else. Nah, you didn't buy this for me.
That's interesting because I just saw like something on Twitter that's been going around. We're gonna get real shade rumors real quick. So Ruby Rose, who used to date DDG like a couple of years ago, they was dating and like it was a picture of her with like this specific shirt with black writing on it,
She
and
was
then he
looking
gave it
way
to
too
his.
hard.
That's what I was saying. Like, how did you even notice that? Like, And then she was like, she was like, oh, I see you had your new bitch in my, you got your new bitch in my shirt and all that type of shit. And it's like, I think that's
Like, how she
type
know
of
that
shit.
wasn't a new shirt?
Exactly. She could be. It
Like
could be
that
like
was
some
the
Hey
only
Arnold
shirt,
shit. Hey Arnold was not wearing the same shirt. You know what I mean? Like
and
he
then it
was
was
wearing
his
different
name on
shit.
it.
Oh, that's what it was.
I think it was like his brand shirt or something like that. So it's just like why? Maybe he would have a shirt like that laying around. Like why not?
Yeah.
So
No, that makes sense.
I don't know. I feel like she was just really jumping to conclusions there on that one. But just in terms of conversation, though, um, yeah, that's very fucked up. Um, but I mean, I will also like on the other side of it, I will hope the next person be more appreciative of it.
Expand on that. What you mean by that?
Like, I don't know. I feel like if you gave a shirt to someone, something like that, and you just had a shirt there and it was a real good shirt, why would you not give it to someone else? Just like because it's like it was already yours. It's not. So we're talking about something that we didn't already give to the person, right? We're talking about something that was yours that you handed to them. So it's like if it was already yours and they both just happened to wear it, then I don't see the big deal in that. So I mean, it's yours.
She felt some type of way, so I mean, I don't really understand why.
I mean, I like Ruby Rose, but I thought that was like super childish. Like, why are you even paying that much attention to the new girl's Instagram to even like peep that? Like, move on, let it go. Whether it's the same shirt, not the same shirt, like just let it go.
But I think she had leaked some DMs where DDG was still in her DMs. So that shit really like
Oh, we getting
bring
real
a
shade
whole.
room. Oh
She
man.
That's what I'm
did, but once
saying.
again, like it's so
we don't never get
childish.
like this.
I know.
Like we get real into it.
No, but I'm
I don't even
looking
know
at
the
the Twitter.
details like this. I'm like,
I'm looking at the trending topics, and this is like, hey boo, can you Photoshop some messages for me? What you want to say? Like, oh no, that's not the message. The message is, she said, he said, you still in LA? Yeah. Where you at? Like, huh? like, like if I don't know, I feel like a lot of
that
women
sound
or
like
men
cap. That
even
sound
like.
like cap though. That don't even sound like he sent that. Like you still in
You
LA?
don't know that
Like
nigga.
that's
What you mean?
like that just don't even sound like what? I don't know.
I mean, what you mean? Like, that's not a real thing somebody would send.
And
Just
even if he
randomly?
did, why she responded back?
Exactly. Talking about, yeah. What you on? Getting ready. How about you? You hit me the day y'all argue is so you. Oh. So he hit her the same day they argued. Damn. And then he said, LOL, you right. Let me go heal first. I'm like, all right, man. Niggas were definitely trying to see what was going on with her. But, all right. Shade Room. I think the Shade Room segment is over. Other than that, I think we could probably just end this shit here. We've been on here just talking and talking away for a long time. But, Jermayne, I just want to say thank you for coming on and having some great conversation with us.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, of course. We definitely enjoyed this. And other than that, I think we can go ahead and get up out of here, man. If you got it this far, thank you so much for listening. This has been the Friends Podcast, and thank you so much for listening. We out.
Peace.